Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Previously, with the help of the clock shop owner and future Luke, Layton and Luke return to their own time. To prepare for their meeting with the inspector, the professor decides to swing by his office. And we need to catch a bus, so while we wait for it, let me just say this, at around the time I'm recording this, I have a new poll for viewers like you to vote on. Check my description for my blue sky, and at the time of recording this, it's my pinned post. It should be up for a week or so. The poll is about what kinds of Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 exclusives you would like to see be played on my YouTube channel here. We got options for Mario and Zelda and Metroid, Donkey Kong, Pikmin, Pokemon, all sorts of stuff. So, give it a shot. And if you are watching this video so far in the future that the pinned poll is no longer there, well, tough luck, I guess. It's no longer relevant. Anyway, let's make our way back to my office. Now, which bus goes to Grussenheller University? I wonder which one. Well, we're going to Scotland Yard anyway, so... I have to admit that I've gotten a bit turned around with all this time traveling. What are we investigating now? Oh ho ho, feeling a bit discombobulated, my boy? I can hardly blame you. It's also not every day that I travel to the future and meet my adult self. I could do with a bit of a review of on our case as it currently stands. Very well, let's see if we can bring you up to speed. Alright, do you remember why Big Luke called us to the future? To stop the evil Professor Layton, right? And what exactly are we stopping my future self from doing? Oh, right, we want to stop him from completing his time machine research. Precisely. Which is exactly why you and I were headed to Chinatown. Oh yes, now it's all coming back to me. But then we failed to get into Chinatown. It was at that point you started talking about asking the inspector some questions. Yes, but at that time I had no idea we'd be able to jump back to our own time to question him. In that sense, it seems we got pretty lucky, huh? Perhaps. Perhaps? It sounds like something isn't sitting right with you. Is something bothering you? Indeed, and it's that something we've come to investigate. And we've just about reached our stop. We'll run by my office, and then it's off to see the inspector. New chapter. The Forgotten Case. Now, is this a case as in a mystery, or a case as in like a briefcase? Well, that was a neat little recap. Very poignant to have it at the start of a new video. Neat. Anyway, I need to stop by my office and check something. After that, we'll go find Inspector Chelmy. We got people. Rosetta. There you are, Professor. I see you canceled lecture again this week. Let me guess, are you investigating another strange mystery? Hello, Rosetta. Yes, something rather pressing has come up, but I'll be sure to hold a makeup session later. Oh, no worries, Mr. L. As long as I get my credits, I'm not sweating it. Now, what kind of attitude is that to have, Rosetta? If you want those credits, you'll have to earn them. And as your paper is on the stone relics of Cornwall, I'd say you have your work cut out for you. As your advisor, I insist that you check in with me weekly until your paper's shaped up. I didn't mean to imply I wasn't interested in the work, and I'm very much looking forward to our sessions together. Not every girl has the privilege of receiving private instruction from the great Professor Layton. What I mean to say is that you should check in during office hours. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice, Professor. I'll see you next week, hee. I don't know what that girl's up to, but it can't be good, Professor. Nonsense, my boy. I'm sure it's all in your head. You can't fool me. Did you see the look she gave you? She's a man-eater. Whatever that means. Oh, Luke, you're so cute. Oh, dear. It's very strange to see Professor Layton being a professor. It's almost as weird as seeing, like, Phoenix Wright be lawyer. It's weird. It's like it's their titles, but they don't usually do that stuff. Huh. Hey, aren't you the guard we bumped into at the demonstration? Why are you here? Yeah, I recognize him. We helped him find the person who snuck in. As you may recall, last week's demonstration experienced a few hiccups. When the dust settled, management decided it would be best to cut me loose. I'm sorry to hear that. Excuse me, I don't believe I've properly introduced myself yet. Please, sir, don't bother. Dean Delmona filled me in. It's an honor to meet you, Professor Layton. I've actually been holding on to a puzzle just in case you happen to come by. Care to hear it? He's nice. The Shady Trio. Ooh. Each member of a Shady Trio was dressed in red, white, and green. However, none of their outfits were the same. Here's what witnesses had to say about them. The men wore the same colored jackets. 2 of them had white pants on. The larger man wore a white hat. The woman's jacket was green. Tap the trio's clothes and change the colors to match the eyewitness report. Alright. Well, that's easy. So, the woman's jacket was green. This is definitely the lady, right? I would assume so. So, you're green. We have that settled. So, each member of the Shady Trio was dressed in red, white, and green. Now, 2 of them had white pants on, so she could be wearing a red hat? It could also be white. And she had blue pants. Or red pants. That is also a possibility, so it's hard to say. The men wore the same colored jackets. It's very possible all 3 wore green jackets, but no. No. If that were the case, that witness would say all of them wore the same color jacket. So it's either white or red. We know the larger man wore a white hat, so he can't possibly be wearing white pants. Alright. So you can't have a white jacket or a green jacket. Let's assume not all of them wore a green jacket, which would mean this man would have to wear green pants. So he'd have to wear... I could have green hat and white pants. Yes, we know that 2 of them wore white pants, so... If the large man wore a white hat, he can't possibly have... white pants. So the 2 white pants have to be these. So I would say the green jacket on the lady and the 2 white pants are absolutely locked in, as well as the white hat. The rest is up to my own interpretation. Okay, actually... Yeah, at this point the woman is completely solved. We know she has to be wearing white pants and a green jacket, which leaves just a red hat. The woman is solved. Alright, since it's very unlikely the 2 men were also wearing green jackets, it must be a red jacket because the white slot is taken up by the second man's pants. which means he also has a green hat. I think I've solved it. I think I honestly have solved it. I think this is a very solid shot here. The men wore the same color jackets. 2 of them had white pants on. The larger man wore a white hat. The woman's jacket was green. Yeah, okay.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yes! Satisfying.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Yeah, it is satisfying, Layton. I'm glad we agree. Uh-oh. Ew. I just spat on my monitor. Little tiny droplet. Get out of there. Okay. Smashing. For a shady trio, their clothes might be a bit too conspicuous. They're Italians. Simply beautiful work, sir. Thank you so much for indulging me. Not at all. I quite enjoyed myself. Yeah. Let's check for hint coins while we're here. Ah, what a lovely day. Oh? Luke? What is Luke saying? Look at that blue sky. Yes, blue sky. Just like the link in my description down below. Check out the poll. That's the physics lecture hall. I don't need to visit the bus. Anything in the bushes? Kind of at a loss as to where the next hint coin could be. But with any fortune, we would be able to come back here eventually. Anything else to say, you two? Yeah, alright, let's just enter. Hello, are you the dean? Demona, yes. Hershel, my boy, been looking for you. Hello, sir. Didn't you receive my notice that I was on holiday? Oh, that? Yes, everything's in order there. It's something else that I need your help with. In that case, please tell me how I can be of assistance to you, sir. Lean in a bit, my boy. What I'm about to ask you, well, I wouldn't like anyone else to hear it. The thing is, I have a puzzle I simply can't work through on my own. My darling granddaughter brought it to me, but I can't for the life of me solve the blasted thing. I can see how that could be quite vexing. Vexing is putting it politely. It's hard to feel like the king of your castle when you can't even solve your grandchild's puzzle. It's a rather serious issue for me, Hershel. It certainly sounds that way, sir. Yes, so I take it I can count on you to help me work through this thing. But of course. Let's give it a shot. 1 in 1,000. Yeah, matchsticks, alright. Here are some matchsticks that spell out 100M. Move one of the matches into the garbage to display a length that is 1/1000th of that size. "10 centimeters? I think it's 10 centimeters. What else could it possibly be?
That should do the trick.
You got stuck on that?
Well, that's settled.
Okay. Terrific. 100 meters becomes 10 centimeters. At least the art is really very nice. Oh, that's it. My granddaughter's going to flip when she hears how clever her granddad is. I'm glad I could help you with your predicament, sir. Likewise. By the way, Hershel, I do have one more small favor to ask of you. Certainly. Let's keep the fact that you helped me with this puzzle between you, me, and the wall, shall we? Of course. After all, you've a reputation to maintain with your granddaughter. It will be our secret. Oh, perceptive as always. And what about you there, young man? Can you keep a secret? Of course. My lips are sealed, sir. Splendid. For that you have my thanks. One last thing, Hershel. There's a young lady in your office. Yeah! She said she's waiting for you. Flora, 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 Flora. I see. Oh, you must be talking about Flora. Yes. Yes. Flora. Well, it's not the best view London has to offer. That's 2 hint coins. There's 3. Nice. I suppose it's against the rules to run in the university corridors. Yeah, it looks like hard tile. Be very loud. Flora! Flora!
Hi there, Flora.
Is she gonna be angry?
You two have got some nerve leaving me alone while you go off on another adventure.
She is angry, but she's also adorable. She is about as threatening as, like, a toy Pomeranian yipping at you. Oh my god.
Now, Flora, you know that wasn't our intention at all. While we were out investigating one issue, an even more troublesome matter arose.
What kind of troublesome matter? We couldn't have seen it coming, Flora. Honest. Really? Of course, we wouldn't have left you behind on purpose.
Luke is quite right. Do forgive us for our oversight.
Well, okay. Just this once. But you two had better not leave me alone again.
Isn't Flora like 16? Why does she sound like she's 5?
Of course not.
Hi, Flora. What's the matter, Luke? Don't you like my artifacts? Oh, piqued your curiosity, has it? Is that a spare top hat? A true gentleman should have a spare hat ready at all times. Yeah, I don't disagree, but isn't the point that you're attached to one specifically? I'm sure I left an apple on this table. This book was written by a famous puzzle expert from abroad. Oh. Hint coin between the cushions? Oh, missed opportunity. Maybe there are no hint coins at all. Doesn't seem that way. I've looked everywhere now. Oh! They're very well hidden. But where? We found one. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. There's a second. There's gotta be a third. Yes, okay. Now we're good to go. What's done is done, so I guess there's no point in my stewing over it. You two must be awfully tired from all that running around. I just made a pot of tea. I'll go fetch it. Did you just make a promise to Flora? I believe I may have, and unfortunately, this is one promise I fear I may have to break. Professor, that's terrible. Not to mention very unlike you to go back on your word. Well, I didn't see you doing anything to dissuade the poor girl from coming with us. Besides, you know our current case is fraught with danger. I don't want her to get hurt. Anyway, we need to finish our work here. So you are fine with Luke getting hurt? Come on! Anyway, we need to finish our work here so we can find the inspector. We'd best move quickly. I suppose you're right, Professor. All right then, what are we looking for here? Somewhere in my office is a leather-bound notebook with a yellow note sticking out of it. Do you think you can help me find it? Aye, Professor. I'm on the case. Probably on the bookshelf or on the desk. Is this the notebook you were talking about? Why, yes it is. Let's see. Information concerning the explosion at the Institute of Polydimensional Research. Did you put this notebook together, Professor? I did, piece by piece. Sadly, most of its contents have been removed. Whoa, you weren't kidding. Most of the pages have been torn out. It's been a while since I opened it last. Let me see. At least the newspaper clippings are intact. When exactly are all these articles from, Professor? I'll explain more on the bus. But for now, we need to get out of here before Flora returns. No! Flora? Voila! I thought you might be hungry, so I made some little cucumber sandwich. Oh dear, where did they go? Flora, no! Used and abused. Oh, man. This hurts. She's so sweet. Why can't we just bring her along? It seems that my neighbor is off work today. I can hear some snoring. Somebody must be napping. No, go back in. Flora will see us if you go back there. Oh, fine. Anything new? Yes, actually. Oh, hey, Mr. L. Where are you rushing off to now? There's no time to talk. We're in the midst of an important investigation. In case you didn't notice, Shorty, I was talking to the professor just then. We're following a lead in our investigation. Gotcha, but could I just have a second of your time before you go? Didn't you hear the professor? We're in a hurry, lady. Listen, Pipsqueak, you may think you're the professor's spokesman, but, you aren't, okay? Did you just call me a Pipsqueak? Now, Luke, calm yourself. We have time to hear her out. What can I do for you, Rosetta? I knew you'd come through for me, Prof. See, I've got this puzzle I just can't find the answer to. Could you help a girl out? A puzzle, you say? I think we might be able to offer some assistance. Let's have a look. If all you wanted was some help with a puzzle, you could have just said so from the start. The missing block. See, Rosetta, if you just want to seduce Professor Layton, you just need to, approach him while wearing, a chastity cage or something like that. It's obvious, isn't it? Anyway, a hidden message is revealed when one of the blocks, A, B, C, or D, replaces the box marked question mark. Tap the letter that corresponds to the correct block. Okay. Oh, it spells Layton. I see it. That's an L, A, Y, T, and N. It's Layton. So we're looking for the O, which is clearly B. Wow, I'm on a roll today.
Well, that's settled.
That's right, the answer is B, which is shaped like an O. When you insert that block in the space and change the direction of all the blocks, they spell out Layton. Thank you so much, Professor. Watching you in action always takes my breath away. Hee hee. Think nothing of it, Rosetta. I hope to see you next week. Keep up the good work on your paper. Hee hee. You bet, Professor. I'm looking forward to hours of private instruction. Oh, but next time we meet, you should leave your little friend at home. He might distract me from my studies. I shouldn't say bad things about your students, Professor, but she is definitely not on my honor roll. In all honesty, the power dynamics between teacher and student do make this weird, and she should desist. Anything else to say? Nope, nothing new. Let's carry on then. To Scotland Yard. About the notebook we picked up at your office, Professor. Exactly what explosion were you researching? It all happened several years ago when you were very small. Huh? Oh. I was like, yeah, okay, so it was at the Research Institute, the explosion. I took it to mean, to be, okay, so the explosion with the time machine happened in front of it. No. Oh my god, I just put it together. Claire did die in a science explosion! I was right! Claire died in a science explosion! Alright. Okay, alright. Okay, two scientists working in a physics lab unwittingly caused an explosion during an experiment. The explosion devastated the surrounding area. That must have been all over the news. You'd think so, wouldn't you? However, though many perished in the blast, few records of the accident remain. What happened? That's something I'm still trying to figure out for myself. But answer me this, Luke. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear of an explosion? The explosion of Dr. Stongun's time machine, of course. That was my first thought as well. I have a strong suspicion that these two incidents are connected. Why's that? Well, it's nothing more than a hunch, so I really can't say more right now. Huh. Oh, Professor, this is our stop. Here we are at Scotland Yard. There's no time to waste. We need to find the inspector. Cool. There's Big Ben. It's our old friend Big Ben. Any other hint coins? Aha. Can't hide from me. Okay, you can hide from me, but you're doing it very well. Police stations always make me a little bit nervous. Yeah, well, try living in America, so you have it easy. There might be something else. One more? There it is. Hello, Mr. Guardsman. Colby. Welcome to Scotland Yard, headquarters of the London Police. How may I be of service to you? We're here to see Inspector Chelmy. Will you please let him know we'd like to speak to him? Unfortunately, the inspector is terribly busy right now. What's more, I have strict orders to issue this puzzle to all visitors. You do? Huh? A dangerous place. Church? It's church. Or maybe it's the school? No, I need to look at this without an American bias. In recent years, this city has been suffering from an increase in accidents and crime. According to a survey, there's one place in the city where there is a higher average of injured people and deaths throughout the year. It's the hospital. Yeah. Okay, every puzzle in this video so far has been the most painfully obvious thing I've ever seen. What is this? Did I switch on easy mode? That's right. There might be a lot of dangerous places, but the hospital is where injured and sick people gather throughout the year. These kind of trick questions remind me of one of my dad's favorites. He always says, "How far can a dog run into the forest?" The answer is halfway. Because when he gets halfway, then he's running out of the forest. Yeah, alright. That's correct, alright. Tremendous work as usual, Professor Layton. Oh, do you two know each other? Of course, that is, I know the professor. How could any self-respecting puzzle nut not know the name of Layton? Then I'm a huge fan. I assume the puzzle I just solved was one of your own design. You got me there. I just couldn't pass up the chance to have the Professor Layton solve my puzzle. I'll call ahead to let the inspector know you're coming. His office is just up those stairs on the second floor. Thank you very much. Yay! Give me those hint coins. Safety First magazine. I don't know this publication. Naturally, security is a priority in a police station. I guess it got shutters. Huh. This place is certainly less exciting than I thought it would be. There's 2 hint coins. Dare I ask for a third? Aha! Oh, it's Barton! Neat. Wow, this place is a mess! All that piled up paperwork. Well, let's rifle through it. You know, it's a little tidier than I expected in here. Yeah, cluttered but tidy. Everything is sorted away in neat stacks, so I guess I can't complain too much. Now, who would go and throw away a hint coin? I think that's everything. The inspector seems to have quite the caseload. Nothing like a nice cup of tea to soothe jangled nerves. Good day, Barton. Good day to you, sir. Barton, we wish to have a few words with the inspector, but I don't see him here. I don't see him here either. I was led to believe he was here, in his office. Yes, he was. Then he got up and left. It was all very sudden. I too am puzzled by his sudden disappearance. Barton, I sincerely hope you're not spreading misinformation about me. I just told you I needed to pop downstairs to see the commissioner. Oh, yes, you did say that, sir. Use your ears, constable. You'll never move up in the force if you don't learn to listen. Greetings, Inspector. Apologies for not saying hello, Layton, but a surprise to see you. Welcome to my humble office. Forgive the sudden intrusion, Inspector. I heard that you're leading the investigation on the Prime Minister's disappearance. I am, and as it's you I'm speaking with, I'll be quite candid. This case has me completely baffled. Dozens of eyewitnesses, myself included, not one blasted lead to work with. Since you were there, I might as well hear your take on things. Have a seat. I was questioned by the day of the incident, but maybe our chat will uncover some new theories. Hi, Barton. I fear the inspector may be quite angry with me right now. Your fear is well-founded. We've already established that you were there when the explosion occurred. Yes, I certainly was. Then you must believe, as I do, that there was no way anyone could have survived that blast. Not that quack's stun gun, not his staff, and though I hate to say it, not the Prime Minister. But what confounds me is that not a single trace of the lot remains. What do you mean by that? What I mean is, we've canvassed the whole place and haven't found a thing related to the victims. No bodies, no clothing, and no shoes. Not even so much as a pocket watch or ring. All we recovered from the scene was the 10 tons of scrap metal that used to be the machine. No people, though. There were 8 of them, sir. What? Did you say something just now, Constable? There were 8 of them, sir. 8 people vanished. Yes. According to eyewitness reports, 8 people vanished from the scene. That group consisted of stun gun, handful of assistants, and the Prime Minister. Now, how in the world do 8 people just vanish? It's like a blasted magic trick. Don't worry, Inspector. From what I've heard, the Prime Minister is still alive. Young Luke, be a good lad and keep quiet, all right? The adults are having a serious conversation here. If you're bored, why don't you and Barton go play in the hall? Inspector, I assure you Luke isn't making this up. There's a very real possibility that Bill Hawks is alive. What? Well, don't leave me here scratching my head like a fool. Explain, Layton. Before I do, I must ask a favor of you first. And what would that be? Do you recall the explosion that occurred at the Polydimensional Research Institute 10 years ago? What did you just say? I'll take that as a yes. It is imperative that I see any and all case files on that incident. You just might be onto something here, Layton. What do you know? Nothing at the moment, but I have a suspicion your current case and this old one are linked in some way. I'd like to help, really I would, but those files are sealed and require top-level clearance. Even a high-ranking officer like myself would have trouble getting his hands on those. I see. I had hoped a man of your status might have the influence necessary to acquire those documents. Unfortunately, it seems I may have hoped for too much. I'm sorry to have asked the impossible of you. Wait just a moment, Layton. I might be able to get you access to the case file. Layton, you card. Excellent. I would be extremely grateful for that. Just one thing, though. Those documents don't come for free. I want to hear everything you know or suspect about the Prime Minister's whereabouts. Of course. Once I've seen the documents, and I'm sure my theory is sound, every detail will be yours. Barton, head down to the archive room and find those old files. Tell them you're there on my orders. Right away, sir. Those files can't leave the archive, but you can read them there. Head downstairs past the lobby into the basement. Much appreciated, Inspector. Yeah. Now hopefully we won't leave him hanging. If Layton wants to leave immediately after we get our information, I'll be upset. Anything new with you, sir? Constable Barton just bolted through here. I think he was headed down to the archive. I wonder if the inspector chewed him out for spacing out on the job again. Maybe. Hello. Hi, Barton. He's pretty great. It's ever so gloomy in here, and musty. You know, this really reminds me of a job I once had. It was in Seattle. I had to commute by ferry, an hour-long ferry ride every morning at like 5 a.m., and I would sort through files for an engineering firm in the grossest, dustiest, gloomiest basement you could ever imagine. Oh my god. Made some solid money out of it, though. Just look at all the cases the police have encountered. Oh! Clean out the dust. Anything else? These shelves are so dusty, they've turned my hands pitch black. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's about the experience I was having. That should be it, I think. Now, Luke, a true gentleman doesn't play on ladders. But, Professor, that's a stepladder. No, Luke, you idiot. Welcome to the archive. I've gathered all the files pertaining to the explosion. Thank you, Barton. Your hard work has saved us considerable time. Ew, these documents are all mildewy and covered in dust. These files are off limits to most people. You're the first to touch them in a long time. I see. Hand some of those over and I'll help you look through them. Where should I start? I appreciate the offer, but I should handle these myself. They are top secret, after all. Of course, I understand. Wow. Layton's standing over there. Huh. What if I left? What? I feel like I've just broken some kind of rule. Like I no-clipped out a boundary. Hello there, young fellow. Exploring the police station on your own? Yeah, it's scary. I need an adult. Now I assume, Layton would just say, okay, I need some time, Luke, but maybe I progress by speaking with him, so, you know what, I'm gonna save, and we'll see what happens. If speaking with Layton progresses things, then I'll reload. So let's see, I want this file, yeah. We're going back. Let's see if Layton says, okay, just spend some time alone, Luke. Oh, Chumley has a puzzle. You know, it seems like the inspector is always yelling at you. Don't you ever get tired of it? It's not so bad. Sure, he scolds me, but only when he has good reason to, which is often, unfortunately. Oh. I make a lot of mistakes, so I get yelled at a lot. He's always telling me I lack insight on cases and don't, pay attention. Which is completely understandable. I just get distracted and then I make mistakes. Chin up, Barton. Everyone makes mistakes. Heck, I make them all the time. I goof up pretty bad sometimes. Why, just the other day I found myself in the most ridiculous predicament. Story time. Park the car. You need to get your car into the parking spot marked by the flag in the middle of the grid below. As you can see, you can only enter the spot from the one side. Yes, the bottom. When you encounter an X, you must turn left or right. When you can encounter an O, you must continue straight. Also, your car is a bit of a clunker and can't go in reverse. Draw a line from your car into the parking spot. Okay. I see. Well, I would have to come from this way, which means I would turn from this X, which means I would have to enter from this way, or, this way. So really, I really just need to get to this spot here. This should be pretty simple. The rules are very clear to me. Now, if I went here and then tried to turn like this, I just hit a wall, so I assume I can't do that. So that's a no-go, meaning my first move must be go to here. Now, let's try this. I must turn. Oh, that's not doable. So it would be more like something like this. Ooh, I like where this is going. No, I don't. I've crashed. Whoops. Oh, I solved it right away. Very next shot. Okay. That should do it. Now, how did it go? Yes. Down and around. Now, does this make sense? Yes, I think everything does. Straight lines on the zeros, turns with the X's. Yeah, by Jove, I think I've done it.
How about this? No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Nice driving. You have to circle all the way around the parking lot to get to the space. Kind of annoying that you can't just pull straight in, huh? Wonderful work, Luke. I bet you never give the professor any cause to yell at you. Well, he's not really the yelling type, but it's true that I never let a puzzle go unsolved. I've got his reputation to protect. Oh dear, never considered the possibility that my goof-ups would harm the inspector's reputation. Don't worry, Barton. What's most important is to try your best. If only I could convince the inspector to see things that way. Luke, come here. I think I found what we came here for. Wait, no! What is it, Professor? I'm gonna leave. Yeah, we'll come back. It's better not to leave without the professor. Let's go see Chelmy. Hey, buddy. Hello, lad. Is Layton almost done poring over those documents? Oh, is that it? Is that all that's here? Yeah, all right. Oh, I wonder if they have any scones to go with that tea. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all right. That file yielded some very valuable information, Luke. What exactly did you find out, Professor? Let's just say I'm very confident the Prime Minister is still alive. However, the only way to save him is to travel to the other London where he's being held. You think he might be trapped in the future? Perhaps let's bring this discussion to the Inspector. Yes, let's. Hi, Barden. I find a nice cup of tea helps focus the mind. Delicious, delicious tea. Well, Layton, did your investigation bear any fruit? It did indeed. To start, allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in the investigation into the explosion at the Institute 10 years ago? 10 years, huh? 10 years in the past and 10 years in the future. Clearly it means something. Yes, I was there. Ages ago, it was. I remember I had just been promoted to assistant inspector. I see. And do you remember the names of the scientists thought to have caused the explosion? Let me think. It's coming back to me now. One man's name was Allen, Dmitri Allen. Weren't there two scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name? It was quite a long time ago, you know. I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Could this Dmitri Allen be the true name of Stongun? Wait, wasn't his name Alan Stongun? Stongun? Oh, hold on. I think it was. Huh. Well then, what about the victims? Do you remember much about them? The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed the neighboring apartment complex. One of the lab assistants perished in the explosion, as did several tenants in the building next door. Strangely though, I think both of the scientists involved in the experiment survived. That was very informative, Inspector. Good, because I've got a few questions of my own. How do you think this old case relates to the current one? This is just a theory, but I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland Yard. Do you mean to say he's being held captive in another country? You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe. Oh, my throat. Doing two gruff, deep voices at once is a bit much.
But I think Bill Hawks is being held captive in the future. If this is your idea of a joke, I'm not laughing.
Okay, no one's laughing at my joke either. I can understand your skepticism. Thank you for all your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you'll be among the first to know. Come, Luke, let's be off. Now wait right there. We had a deal. Surely you've gotten more from me than that far-fetched theory. Inspector, I've told you as much as I know at the moment. Now please excuse us. Rude. Bye, Barden. I love you. Yeah, enjoy that tea. The future, you say? Are you talking in riddles? Did Layton mention the future? I'm tired. Let's leave. Anything else, sir? Nope. Anything else in the records room? No? Okay. Let us depart. Now that we got what we came for, let's go back to the clock shop. Cog's waiting for us. Okay, Professor. No one hanging outside? Alright, yeah. Could go to Gressenheller? Let's try that. I gotta. Just to see. I doubt they'd have anything new anywhere, but... let's check inside, check on Flora. And if nothing's new, we'll go to, the clock shop, yeah. Nope, nothing there. So, let's check everything on our way back, yeah? Nope, nothing new with Granny Florence. Yeah, that's two ladies flirting with Layton. Oh, hint coin. Yes.
Oh, now I gotta check everything.
Oh, he has a new puzzle. Oh, it's you again. Where are you headed now, small fry?
I can't say. It's a secret.
Well, I was going to offer you a puzzle, but you look like you're in a hurry, so forget about it.
What's that? You've got a puzzle that needs solving?
Oh, I've got your attention now, don't I? The checkerboard. Wait. Okay. No knights, no queens. We're good. There are 3 sheets of transparent plastic with different patterns painted on them. If you layer them correctly, a checkerboard pattern appears. The order in which you layer them is important, and you can't flip or rotate the sheets. Which sheet goes on the very bottom, A, B, or C? Huh. Well, if they're transparent, then I would assume the darker color, the blue, would be best put on the bottom, because the light white ones would be on top of it and more visible. Now, A has a lot of blue. Oh, wait. No, hold on. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, no, okay, I was wrong. See here? This blue square right here, that shows up here. However, that same space is occupied by this white square here. So if A was below B, white would show up here. I see. So A cannot be the answer. I get it. Meanwhile, I see something else. This square here is also shared by this blue. So I would say B would have to go on the very bottom, because we know that both C and A need blue to overlap it. I would hazard a guess. My best guess is B, yeah.
Here's my answer.
Nailed it.
I knew it!
Nicely done. B goes on the very bottom, and then the other sheets are layered in the order pictured above. Splendiferous job. Splendiferous? No. Okay, I was like, is that an Ace Attorney reference to red, white? But no, he says cogniferous. That's it. Oh man, I got excited. So, sure you don't want to let me in on where you're headed? No, sir. We gotta leave. I suppose we have to head back to future London now, huh? What's the matter, Luke? Are you scared of traveling through time again? Yes, I mean no, as long as I don't have to do it alone. Of course not, I'll be right here with you. First on the agenda is heading to Chinatown to meet the future Professor Layton, right? That's right, and if my guess is correct, we'll find the Prime Minister there as well. Do you think we'll run into trouble along the way? Considering the warm welcome we received from the family at the casino, I'd say anything's possible. Luke, there's no telling what kind of dangers await us in the future. Maybe it would be best for you to remain here in our time. Wow, sensible! What kind of an apprentice would I be if I left you to face danger all alone? Of course I'm going to. Yes, go together, small child, to face the armed gunman who will open fire on a crowd just to get one person who was not supposed to be in a casino? Wow. Oh, Chapter 6. Traveling companions? Question mark? Uh-oh. God, I hope Flora is following us right now. There's nothing up there but rows of houses. Stash and Scarfin, yeah! Yeah, alright, what mischief did you two get yourselves into? Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about. No point playing innocent, boy. Old Stash and Scarfin knows more than you think. They might be slightly obscured, but I do have eyes, you know. And those eyes can see that the law's right on your tail. I don't follow. Say no more, boy. Just know that I'm always on your side. If you call me, I'll come running. Oh, thanks, I guess. Well, we ought to be off now, Luke. I have the feeling that things are about to get interesting. Thank you, Stash and Scarfin. Back to chat with your old pal, yeah? Oh, maybe another time. Well, okay, Flora is not following us, but Chelmy absolutely is. And Barton, huzzah! Yeah, it'd be really good if those two came to the future as well. Shenanigans would occur, and I do enjoy me some shenanigans, yeah. But I will save that for next time. For now, I haven't been given too much to think on, just the idea that there is a possibility, a very distinct possibility that Stongun and Claire are related somehow. Not by blood or even relation, but by the explosion 10 years ago. And that, boy, that really does. Yeah, if Claire actually survived just like Stongun did, or what was his actual name? I forget. It was ill something. What? Alan something. Steinbeck? I don't know. Alan something. If Alan really did survive the explosion 10 years ago, there is a chance Claire did and also got transported to London 10 years in the future? So maybe the Claire that we saw in the street was the real one? Well, that's assuming the time travel is itself real at all. I still have my doubts. But I will say I'm thoroughly loving this story while it lasts. Who knows, maybe when the other shoe drops, I will end up hating it and thinking it's all stupid, poopy nonsense. But this roller coaster ride I'm on, it is enjoyable. This is a fun story to go through. We'll see how I feel about the ending. We'll see. But for now, I'm very pleased and happy and content. Anyway, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more of Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. And also hopefully you will check out that poll in the in the description. Till then, please take care.